Good afternoon, everyone. Many of you may recognize me, or my voice at least, from the morning announcements. Seeing as I'm giving the closing remarks, I'm assuming you'll want to hear something a little more inspiring than the daily lunch menu and something more thought-provoking than our upcoming college visits. Unlike the morning announcements, where I can try a new closing line each day, I only have one shot at this speech. Because of this, I had trouble deciding on what exactly to even write about. Those of you who know me know that I'm pretty indecisive. Oftentimes at lunch, I can't even decide whether to get the regular chicken sandwich or the spicy chicken sandwich. Don't even get me started on the pizza options. With that in mind, I'm sure you can imagine me furiously brainstorming topics to write about. No matter what I came up with, a quick Google search would tell me that it had already been done by high schoolers all across the nation. That got me thinking, is it really that hard to stand out anymore? In this day and age, with everything documented and shared online, our accomplishments or ideas are immediately bested by someone else. If you don't have a perfect ACT score or hold a national title in speech and debate, fear not, for you will still be remembered through the connections and memories you make with other people. Don't believe me? Well, against my better judgment, I opened up my social media inboxes to you. I collected dozens of messages in search of the class of 2018's favorite memories from Southeast. The results were astounding. Although I won't be able to include every submission or cover every group from our school, hopefully some of these stories make one thing clear to you. You will be remembered, even without being president of some club or varsity athlete for whatever sport. Emma Whitaker says she'll remember cheerleading from freshman year. As an already timid freshman, it was truly an unforgettable experience when Emma got tackled by a player from the opposing team and slammed against a wall in the heat of a basketball game. I'm sure many of us will remember Emma by that huddle highlight. Speaking of basketball games, Katie Bottoms, a member of the basketball band, says she'll remember the final home basketball game when, after the third quarter, the band played Sweet Caroline, and the seniors of the student section wrapped their arms around each other and swayed to the rhythm for the last time. Basketball isn't the only sport that'll be remembered. Football player Ben Magdans remembers celebrating their wins in the Seacrest locker rooms. However, if anyone asks about benches being flipped over, I can assure you it was the Southwest football team. Volleyball player Melanie Brechka remembers how our volleyball team made it to state all 4 years. A highlight for her was how team manager Jacqueline Springer, who, as some may know, is narcoleptic, brought a pillow to practices just in case. Calvin Kiker, whose football, track, and Fortnite skills will be tough to forget, similarly remembers Jacqueline because of the time she brought her griddle to school and made pancakes for everyone after their math final. In hindsight, that was probably against a policy or two. Sorry, Mr. Tolson. Anna Wade, someone whose senior year schedule involved more music classes than academic ones, says she'll remember participating in Countesses and Noblemen, getting to sing and dance with some of her closest friends each day. In the fall, they sang with Broadway star Kristen Chenoweth at the Lead Center, which, according to Anna, was an honor and a dream. The final memory I'd like to highlight comes from Kiana Blizek, member of the Step Chain team and calculus genius, in my own opinion. She remembers working with students from the special education department to teach them a step chain dance for the yearly Switch Rally. Performing those moves in front of the entire school was a highlight for both Kiana and students Will and Michael with whom she worked. In a world filled with the Bryson Williams of football and the Noha Al-Gahimi and Harrison Halls of academics, it can seem impossible to stand out. However, bear in mind that you impact people every day with your presence. As we all part ways and reflect on our time at Southeast, I urge you to be inspired by the memories I shared today and consider how in the future you can create more. We can't be the best at everything, but we can still be remembered, even if it's from flipping pancakes post-finals or belting out the lyrics to Sweet Caroline. Undeniably, however, I know I'll be remembered for at least one thing, and that's giving the announcements. And I've gotten pretty good at saying one closing phrase. That's all for your high school education nights. I'm Kyle Krueger, and I'm signing off for the last time. I sincerely wish you the very best.